Welcome to Gyan Girls School. Hello students, I am Arti Sharan. Today I am going to deal with the summary and explanation of the poem Your World, which is written by Georgia Douglas Johnson. Georgia Douglas Johnson was an African American poet, one of the earliest African American female playwrights, and an important participant in the Harlem Renaissance. She was born in Atlanta in 1880 and died in 1966. She wrote songs, plays, short stories, taught music, and performed as an organist at her church. She is also known for her collections of poetry, which are The Heart of a Woman, An Autumn Love Cycle, and Share My World. Now, let's discuss the summary of the poem. This poem, Your World, is a remarkable poem with a message of perseverance. This describes the journey of a person recognizing his potential in the world, using a bird in flight as a metaphor to represent a person flying free from the limitations that would keep him from reaching his fullest potential. Everyone has his own world, and each of them is unique. Children, this poem, Your World by Georgia Douglas Johnson, indicates the message of how you can expand your world by achieving goals and not giving up. So, this poem is about self-discovery that leads to new worlds of feeling, acting, and living in ways you never thought were possible before. The poet likens herself to a little bird whose wings were at first pressed closely to her sides, which describes the state of one who is conditional by circumstances, such as a home environment or acquired feelings of inferiority, to be complacent, fearful, but who soon realizes that there is an exciting world of endless possibilities out there that beacons. Georgia uses symbols such as wings and horizon to represent life and the goal a person wants to achieve. The first stanza describes how the narrator would follow the norm in life and how she never really felt accomplished. She illustrates how the goal is impossible to reach in this stanza as she has written, "My wings pressing close to my sides." So in first stanza she has written like this. In the second stanza, the horizon means the goal is visible and the person tries to reach it as she has mentioned in these lines. But I sighted the distant horizon where the skyline encircled the sea, and I throbbed with a burning desire. So the second stanza describes how the narrator decides that she will push to succeed in a goal no matter what it may be. Then, in the last stanza, the poet demonstrates how person succeeds in reaching his or her goals through these lines. And cradled my wings on the breeze, then soared to the utmost reaches. So the last stanza describes how the narrator let nothing stand in her way, and she describes how liberating it feels to be free and able to succeed. The poem starts and finishes in a hopeful, encouraging way. The narrator says that only you can decide how your life should be. So these three stanzas indicate the poet herself and her own experience. So she uses I and my in the poem. The poet also shows how wonderful it is to succeed a goal. Furthermore, the author's word choice strongly influences the audience, such as throb, cradled, soar, rapture, power, and ace. These word choices are strong and easy to picture. Now, let's know something about the poem also. This poem is inspiring and calls for everyone to be brave and willing to reach out for a life that is real, fulfilling, and true. She uses symbols to represent the message in the poem and create stages of how to succeed. This is why this poem is inspiring. It is also very attractive and full of hope. Now let's discuss the rhyme scheme of the poem. The rhyme scheme is ABCB. Then alliteration is also there. In the first stanza, third line, you can find narrowest nest. Besides that, repetition is also there in the last line, with rapture, with power, with ace. And we can find metaphor also in this poem, as I have discussed earlier. So, the devices and language the poet uses are very effective, and the tone she used in this poem is sincere yet spirited. So, I have discussed with you the summary and explanation of the poem. In next video, I'll discuss the exercises and question answers. Thank you.